Hi, I'm Shalane from TSC Tuition, and today I'll be talking about the new area of study, crafting and creating texts. Now, this new area of study is present in both Year 11 and Year 12, so it is something that students will have to do across the whole VCE English or EAL curriculum. It is quite different to anything that was present in the old study design, but there are, I think, some similarities with the study design before that. So let me get into it. What is it all about? This area of study is really about the student learning from a bunch of what they call mentor texts that the school or VCAA, if it's in Year 12, assigns for study, and the student has to study or learn or explore a specific idea as laid out in these mentor texts. They then have to create or craft their own piece of text or pieces of text that will show their understanding of this idea, as well as different writing mechanisms and purposes of writing and targeting audiences and all that kind of stuff in their work. So let's break it down a little bit more. What do they mean by mentor texts? From the information that we've been told, a mentor text is a piece of text that is worthy of study within this framework of idea that your school or VCAA has set for you. These texts can come from various genres and forms and modes. So they could be a speech, they could be a song, they could be a short story or a poem or a novel, novella, movie, etc. But what's really noteworthy is that the student is meant to study these texts and pull apart how these creators of texts has explored this idea within the bounds of their modes of text. So for example, let's say your school has set as the framework of idea for you, the student, the idea of home. So what we're really looking for in the mentor texts that the school has set is how have these creators of text expanded on this idea of home? So are they exploring it as places of rest? Are they exploring it as places of identity? Are they exploring it as places at all? Is home a physical thing that they're talking about, or is it relationships with other people? What are these creators of texts saying about this idea of home? Are they saying that home is a lovely place, that it is a place of conflict, that it is a place of tension? How are they constructing this idea within their text? So if it's a speech, what are they attaching in their speech, right, to this idea of home, and what message are they trying to put out there, and to what aim, right? What's the purpose? If it is a song, what kind of metaphors and imagery or feelings are they attaching to this idea of home? If it is a film, what kind of visual metaphors and camera angles and all that kind of stuff are they using to explore home as a place of whatever it is? So then you as a student need to create pieces of text. I think it is 2 pieces of text that you have to create as part of your assessment task. So you have to create these pieces of text that also explore this idea of home in your own way. Now, you can draw inspiration from the texts that you've studied, and certainly I think it is an expectation that you draw inspiration and that you model your text after certain aspects of the mentor texts that you've been studying. But you don't have to necessarily situate your text within a mentor text. So this is not a creative response where you are writing an extra chapter, right? From a collection of short stories. You're not rewriting a story from someone else's perspective. This is entirely a piece of your choosing, but I think schools will give you a range of choices to choose from. So it's not exactly a free-for-all task, I would imagine. But yes, so you will need to create that piece yourself, choosing your own audience, choosing your own purpose, choosing your own mode of text, and then exploring that idea through the mechanics of literary devices, whatever it is that you, whatever mode it is that you have chosen. Now, there is also a statement of intention, or it is now called a commentary, but I mean, really, tomatoes, tomatoes. Same thing, really. There is a piece of explanation writing that you will have to do to explain your choices that you've made in your pieces of writing. And in that, you will have to explain how you have modeled your text after your mentor texts. So in this explanatory piece or commentary or statement of intention, whatever you want to call it, in that piece, that is where you will draw those associations and those connections between your piece and your choices and your thoughts, right? And what you have learned from the mentor texts. So I hope that was helpful. As always, like and subscribe to all of our social media channels so that you can get our latest updates in your social media feeds. We also have a newsletter for parents and tutors of English subjects, so make sure you subscribe to that to get all of our latest advice on teaching or tutoring English. And if you would like to get some one-to-one online tutoring, please contact us and let's see how we can support you. Thanks for watching.